guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sorry, I feel like I'm really loud right now. I just had my music up super loud, so I'm like, I was jamming and shit, but let's bring it back down. Alright, so I'm back with another video. You can really, I'm feeling very confident saying you can expect to see my face on a pretty regular basis. And today, this is what my face looks like. I think I'm wearing French toast and cocoa bean on my lips. They're both from Gerard. And I tried a bunch of Kat Von D's new stuff, so I'm not 100% how I'm feeling about everything yet, but I mean, I'm testing the waters here. All right, so today I want to do another Ask Sarah because that's what I want to do. It's making me, that's what I was feeling. I was getting ready and I was like, I'm gonna do an Ask Sarah today. And then I was like, I think I did one the other day. And then I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna do it again. So I'm gonna do it again. And I do have a Let's Talk About Sex sort of Valentine's Day themed. If you guys have anything specifically that you want me to cover, especially anything related to Valentine's Day because it's right around the corner, so it's, you know, something that people are thinking about right now. As far as fashion goes, because I plan on doing like outfits and stuff, or as far as like Let's Talk About Sex goes, or whatever. If you have any questions, any concerns, or anything in that particular area, let me know now. You can drop it in the comments or email me at AskSarahVargas@gmail.com. So let's jump right into this. All right, this one is titled, Dear Fat Girl, Please Read. Well, you got your wish. It says, Hey Sarah, my name is blankety blank. I'm a high school student. I've always struggled with my weight, and there are times when I cry myself to sleep because I've tried so hard to lose it. My problem is no matter how many times people tell me I'm beautiful, it's hard. I just don't see it. How'd you deal with high school, and how did you learn to love yourself? I would say that, oh my God, I forgot it was connected to the beat. It sounded like somebody just, oh, whew, okay. Whew, okay. I would say that high school was it was really difficult to feel good in high school, and I think it was just because high school is this bubble, and now especially, I mean, because when I was growing up and I was in high school, the only like social media that was really like poppin' was MySpace, and Facebook was being just barely introduced, and Twitter wasn't anything, and there was no Instagram, and people weren't online as much. And I mean, as a high school senior, I still knew plenty of people that didn't even have cell phones. So it was still normal to call up somebody's house like, is so-and-so there, while you're talking to their parents and stuff. Like, that was still real normal. So I'm gonna have a different experience as far as the social media influence and impact that has on high schoolers and people in school now. That being said, as far as my weight goes, I was not a confident person in high school. And I used, which this is very typical, I think, I used my humor, and I just really used that as a defense mechanism. I've always been incredibly sarcastic, and it's just second nature for me to just joke about something, and it's how I got through everything. I just made everything into a joke. And it was difficult because when dances would roll around, or I'd see my girls, like, you know, with their boyfriends or whatever, like when things came around where you were expected to be in like relationships, or somebody was supposed to like you or whatever, like I was always alone. And I didn't start dating until really late in high school, and even then it wasn't anything that, it was something I kind of fell into and something I kind of did because I thought like this is what I should be doing, and I felt like I was being left out. But as far as weight goes, it was really difficult, and I've talked about this before, but I couldn't eat in front of anybody. Like, all I could have were bottles of water, and that was the only thing I'd really allow myself to consume in front of anybody, especially at school, for fear of people thinking like, oh my God, look, this fat girl stuffing her face, right? Which this is something I mentioned in the, oh look, it's right there. It's something I mentioned in the calendar, the whole journey, that will be a whole month. But anyway, it's hard. And it's hard when you're in high school, and it's hard when you're out of high school. It's extra hard when you're in high school because you're in this bubble and you're surrounded by the same people constantly. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I've said this before, I've dedicated entire videos to the idea that no matter how much someone else tells you that you are beautiful, no matter how many things they say to compliment you, to try to make you feel good, it doesn't matter. And it's gonna roll right off your back until you learn to believe it. All right, here's another one. Hey Sarah, I love your videos and just watched the Friends with Benefits one. Can you please make a video about monogamy and polyamory? Okay. I was just in a monogamous relationship where my boyfriend, who's never had a polyamorous relationship, asked to become poly with his friend, who he had had sex with just before our relationship started. We then broke up, but I still would like to know if a person's desire for mono or poly can be fluid. I wonder if his outlook changed midway through our relationship, but also feel when I look in retrospect that he purposely deceived me regarding his relationship with both me and his friend the whole time. Sorry for such a long message. If you thought that was a long message, you should see some of the other ones here. But I mainly want to know if you think people can be fluid in terms of mono or poly relationships. Thanks in advance. So let me just preface this with saying that I myself have never been in a polyamorous relationship. The idea was presented to me at one point, and I decided, which I explained in that video that you're talking about, I explained why I didn't do it because I knew for myself that it wasn't going to be something that I could enter into and be happy with. It's just not meant for me. Now, I also don't know that monogamy is for me, so I'm not sure yet. But currently, I'm most comfortable when I'm in a monogamous relationship. That being said, I think under the right circumstances, I could be open. Oh, I gotta go pick up the babies. I could be open to the idea of a polyamorous relationship. Now, in your situation, although I really don't know. In your situation, I would say that yeah, I think someone could be fluid in that way. Where I think you could happily be in a monogamous relationship and you could be in a polyamorous relationship. And I don't really like to draw comparisons, but let's take bisexuality for instance, right? Someone who is bisexual can be happy in a relationship and feel fulfilled in a relationship with, a man, and they can feel fulfilled and be happy in a relationship with a woman, whether they are a man or a woman, because they find fulfillment and love and, everything, all the good things that you're looking for, you can find it in a man or in a woman, whether you are a man or a woman. So I think that it's sort of a similar situation in that it just depends on the people involved. It depends on each individual situation as to whether or not you can be happy with monogamy or you can be happy in, polyamory. And oh man, I've been watching that show. I think it's old. I think it's on Showtime. I watch it on Hulu. And like you're gonna think I'm just watching porn, right? It's that poly show. Is it just called Polyamorous or Poly Love? Something like that. Woo! They have so much drama. Like I couldn't do it. I don't know that I could do it really. Next question. Hey Sarah, I really enjoy your Ask Sarah videos. Thanks. And great advice you give to your viewers. I'm currently having trouble getting over a breakup. Recently my boyfriend told me that we were broken up and he had sex with 9 girls. He said he did it to try to get me out of his head, but it didn't work. I was so devastated when he told me because he had lied to me. He told me he lost his virginity in like February or March and had sex just that one time. Either he lied about when he lost it or he had sex with 9 girls in about 10 months and lied about it. I told him I was ready to leave it in the past, though it would always linger in the back of my mind. Truth is, I'm still really hurt. How can I get over this heartbreak? I would appreciate it if you would respond to your next Ask Sarah. Thanks. Okay, so it sounds like your problem is apparently not necessarily the reason that you guys broke up, but the fact that potentially your ex, or current, I guess, had sex with multiple ladies while you guys were not together. Now, I know you said, okay, he had sex with 9 girls in 10 months' time, and from the sounds of it, that's a lot to you. And I went through something similar. Okay, and when I was a lot younger, so when I was like in my early 20s, it was something that was so difficult for me to understand. And I would say that now I get it. Okay, so when I was younger, my idea in my head was like, well, how could someone have sex with so many people and still care about someone else? Or how could someone have sex with so many people and then maybe you were on a break and this person had sex with 10 people and you had sex with 1 or none. And now you feel like you're not in the same place because this person went off and had all these sexual experiences, and to you, maybe sex is a really big deal and sex is like an emotionally big deal. But to this person, maybe it's just a physical thing. Maybe it's something that doesn't really affect them that strongly emotionally. And this is something that I encountered where to me, sex was this huge deal. And to me, like, I couldn't just have sex with somebody and then that's it. Like, that's the end of the story. That's all she wrote. I couldn't do that. at that point, I could only have sex with someone that I was in love with, someone that I was in a relationship with, like somebody that I was really serious about. Like, I done met the parents, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only kind of person that I could find myself sharing that experience with. But I was with someone that did not look at sex that way and still does not look at sex that way. And that was a huge problem in our relationship. So if you think that you can't get over the fact that he slept with all of these girls, then you really, 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 really need to think about that, because you're not just going to get over it, most likely. I tried and I tried and I tried so hard to get over the idea that, you know, my partner had sex with so many more people than I had. And I mean exponentially more people, right? And I tried so hard to get over that, and I wasn't able to get over it until I got myself out of the situation. And now I can tell you that I could, let's say I've had sex with 5 people. Let's say he's had sex with 100 people, okay? I can tell you right in this moment that as long as I have the right feelings for this guy, and he's feeling me and I'm feeling him, and everything is going good, and these people are not still constantly all up in his life, popping up left and right, like poking him on Facebook, like as long as that's not happening, I can tell you right now that I would have no problem being with that guy. Like, I would have no problem being in that relationship. And that's not something I could say 5 years ago. So I just want you to think about what it is that is bothering you. Is it just the fact that he's had sex with so many people and you feel like it's uneven? Is it the fact that, you know, maybe you think there are feelings that are lingering? Just try to figure out what it is that's wrong, because you know what? I just want to ask you guys, like, how do you feel about the amount of partners that your partner has had before you? Now, if you were worried because he's lying to you, that's a totally different thing. Like, I didn't quite understand. Is he lying to you or not? I don't know. But if that was like, you know, you don't want a relationship based on a lie, if that's the issue. But I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are on the amount of partners that your partner has had. So I think I'm gonna end it there, because I do need to go pick up my little munchkins, because it snowed today, so we gotta leave early. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Drop any advice that you have down below. Be sure to email me at AskSarahVargas if you guys have, at AskSarahVargas@gmail.com if you guys have any questions or anything. And that's it. I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I hope you're happy to see my face again. I know it's been a hot minute. I mean, I just uploaded a video today, actually, but I know it's been a minute since you've seen me on a regular basis and happy and shit. So, yeah, that is all I have to say now. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see more of these. I will have some other stuff coming, and if you guys want to see any kind of Valentine's Day-y kind of things, like, let your girl know, because I'm going to be filming those probably next week. So that's all I have to say. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.